Hello and welcome to Two Old Farts. I'm LT,
I'm AG.
and we're focused on gaming for the Over the Hill clan. Focused on life topics and the gaming industry in general, and we're trying to, create a larger community of like-minded people. Without further ado, we're going to jump right on into the video, and we'd like to, if you like what you're seeing, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. That's fine too. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll chat to you in the next one. Thank you. All right. Well, welcome everyone. I'm just gonna have a quick review of Ultimate Freyna and the current build that I'm using. I've been asked by some of the followers to do this, so I'm just gonna jump in here real quickly. One of the things that I've been seeing is that some people might not be using the builds that they're showcasing. So one of the things we're going to do in this quick video is show the build and launch right into the activities. There'll be no breaks in the gameplay or anything else for that matter. So we'll just jump on in here and show what we're doing. Let me jump in here. First of all, before I do that, let me just show you the build real quick, as planned. So we're running a contagion build. I know there's some debate over whether this mod is still useful or not. I see that it does seem to cause the spread, which is what it says it does, right? It surrounds the enemies. It seems to cause a greater spread. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as we go forward. Main focus on this build is bumping up her skill damage as much as possible. We don't focus on critical hit rate or critical hit damage because she doesn't have any to start with, so we wouldn't be getting much benefit from that. So for that reason, we are using toxic amplification and toxic tech amplification, which increases her skill powers, both tech and toxic, along with the focus on tech and focus on toxic, mainly for the cooldown aspects, because we will be getting to use our skills more often without having to run a bunch of cooldown mods. We are running MP conversion, which will give us a considerable cooldown, and we're not really starved for MP in this build. And we'll show you why here in a moment. Skill expansion is important. We want more range and more duration, so skill extension and skill expansion are going to give us that range and that increase there. And then for health, we're running with increased HP to give us max HP, as well as amplification control, which will give us some shield, but also gives us more skill effect range, which obviously is a big benefit. We are running MP collector. I would say that MP collector is great if you're running solo. If you're running in a group, energy collector is probably a much better option. But I mean, I don't see. You'll see. I'm going to run with a group now, and MP collector seems to work just fine for me. Does mean that you have to, sometimes look for some mana on the ground, but in general, I'm not having any problem with MP. Regardless, but if you're early in the build, like if you're kind of working towards having the finalized build, I did find as I was working up to it, energy collection did work better for me because I was not getting as many kills, and often I wasn't the guy running in the pack that was doing the most damage. So as far as other equipment is concerned, I am running the distorted resolve that gives us the additional assault rifle and submachine gun, even though I'm not really using those weapons at the moment, but it does gives you toxic skill power, and does a bit more damage on the toxic side. So that's why I'm running that. And then toxic mechanic reactor, obviously with tech and a tech power boost, you could arguably do better than this, but this was the only one I got that had the Enduring Legacy on it, or any weapon that I'd want. As the new reactors come out, or the new reactor process comes out on the 30th, I might switch things up a bit. But right now, this is the one I'm running. So it's not the best reactor. Right? Reactors are always the hardest things to farm for. Just running Enduring Legacy with a toxic twist, right? I'm running toxic enhancement on the Enduring Legacy. Pretty straightforward build there. Pretty much mirrors the other builds that I have going with it. And then I'm running Secret Garden again with a focus on toxic with toxic enhancement on here, and then obviously the Afterglow sword, which I feel like is the better of the two main snipers for anyone, but for Haley, obviously Haley gets a big benefit from the other one, so I like this one better. And again, I'm going with a toxic enhancement here to just kind of feed off of getting any kind of toxic environment for her. So that's what we're going with. Let's run a couple of 400 missions here. We've gotten a switch here. So what is this one? Mystery's End. We'll go with Mystery's End on 400%. And we'll see how this does us. Right, we're getting a lot of experience. So if you were trying to level up some weapons, this would be a good place to do it. If you're trying to level up a Descendant, this would be a good place to do it. But for this, we're just showcasing the build. Again, I'm not having any commercial breaks or any kind of cut and paste situation here, because I want to be sure that you can see seamless gameplay and seamless talking, so that I'm clearly using this build. I was funny because I was looking at other people's builds, and one of my friends said, be careful looking at that guy. He's constantly posting one build and playing another, and I don't know why you would do that, but it seems like he might have been because some of the builds I've tried of his didn't really look good on paper, but didn't really pan out. So I do tend to look at a lot of different. Moxie's probably one of the best. Shout out to him. He does a great job of putting out some quality videos, but I don't always agree with everything that he's saying, but certainly he does put out some quality, and he is, I think, an honest guy, and certainly I do tend to lean in his direction to start with, and then I kind of work my way around the build, trying to figure out what is the most efficient or effective build for the Descendant. So, anyway, there are others I look at as well. I'll give some shout outs to them later, but for now, this is where we're at. So you can see that it's a powerful build. Of course, we've got another Freyna in here with us, so we're going to see some more toxicity happening. Pun intended, obviously. And but the carry on of death with this build is just absolutely awesome. She is a powerhouse, which I know anybody who's playing the game is probably like, she's the new bunny, everybody's playing her, and certainly there's been, it's the newest content in the game, so certainly everybody's getting a deal. But if you're jumping in a little late, late to the party, or maybe you're just, have a full-time job and can't play this as often, this is going to highlight that again just one more time to show that she's worth the grind for sure. And I'll showcase later on in the week perhaps a few videos on her bossing ability. This is more of the mobbing and just general gameplay build that I'm using right now. There are definitely some strong arguments for using her in a bossing environment. We'll have to cover that a later date. But you can see the infectious spread is just amazing. She is by far at the moment. I think arguably better than running Bunny on a lot of content. Although Bunny is still a great speed run option. And I certainly agree with Bunny running beside me. Certainly, it's not a bad choice. And early game, I think she's probably the best option. But anyway. Nice. Let's grind on in here. As far as kind of gameplay or rotations of your skills, the arguably the best thing for you to do is, and I haven't been doing it in this particular run, is activating your second ability, so that you kind of have a bit of a defensive capability there as well. This guy is not going to die, is he? There we go. Let's see here. Anyway, so what I was saying is pop in your second, then your first and third, kind of just rotating them around to keep some toxic going. And a lot of times it's not even necessary if it's a large area or a large group of enemies in the surrounding area. Sometimes you can just pop your ability once and just watch the carnage. I mean, it's very impressive what she can put out in a very short period of time, damage point of view. But let's see here. But I tend to probably neglect my two a little more than I should. Oh, no. Get up there. No, I missed. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're seeing those numbers. There we go. Nice spread. I don't know how much competing with another Freyna, is a issue. I think probably just get a faster kill going on. To be honest with you, because I don't think, unless they're just spawn dying, then you might be taking away from one another. But normally it takes a little bit of damage to get things going. There we have it. I'm not a fan of this particular part. Always messes me up. Oh dear. Jump. There we go. Nice little spread. Alright. I tell you, the one thing I like about playing this with Freyna rather than playing with Bunny is when you get into these little scenes where you're getting pulled forward, it does not take away your activity the way that, if you're on Bunny, it'll basically it takes away your special resource, or it can, if your skills are active, it basically mutes them, which is kind of a pain. So this is a better situation from that standpoint, for sure. Regardless, a little different gameplay, so it makes it less monotonous. And you can always switch back to Bunny if you're partial to her. I tell you, her fourth ability is nothing to scoff at either. I mean, you can see that I'm burning him down pretty quickly. I think underrated in a lot of cases. People are certainly utilizing. Give me some help. There's some right there. I've seen some builds, or some people on builds, where they're just chaining their fourth ability. I'm not sure. I haven't tried to do that yet. I think that's an interesting approach. It's got to be a big focus on cooldown, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't tried it. And I don't know what they're doing to get it back so quickly. But regardless, the fourth ability can be very strong. Real quickly get some of this stuff. Anyway, this is certainly showcasing the effectiveness of it. You know, I did a solo. If you I did a solo version of this video. If you want to just check that out, but I didn't get into the detail of how to run the build. So, you know, if you want the detail, this is the right video. Anyway, if you like the video, like it. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't, and subscribe to the channel and for more content. We appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye.